Welcome back, everyone. Today we're going to talk about Java typecasting. Now, in Java typecasting, there are two different types. One of them is called widening casting, and the other one is called narrowing casting. Okay, widening casting, it happens automatically. What that means is it's converting a smaller type to a larger type size. And the narrowing casting, which has to be, it does not happen automatically. It needs to be done manually, which is converting a larger type to a smaller size type. Okay, now how do we do this thing? So let's actually clear up the console real quick. Let me create another class. Okay, go to class. Let's say we call it casting type. Okay, we're gonna click on this. There you go. Now I have this. Let me just close out this primitive data. I have this. Let me just delete that. So we are talking about today Java type casting, right? In this, we have widening casting. Okay. This occurs automatically. And then we have narrowing casting. This needs to be done manually. Okay. Now, so what does this mean is this thing converts smaller type to larger type size. And this thing is just the opposite, which is converts larger size to a smaller size. Now, what does this mean, right? So let's get some examples in. Now, let's say, right, as you guys know, we have byte, short, char, int, long, float, double, right? Those are the different data types we have available, other than Boolean and char. I'm sorry, Boolean and char. So what we're going to be doing over here, so let's say I say int x equal, I don't know, let's say 5, right? But as you guys know, with the int, I cannot put 5.0. That just should give me an error. You guys can see this little red squiggly line. There's a little X right there. So that just means that it's you cannot put anything like that. So just need that one number, right? And then let's say I have a double xy, let's say y equals, I can have x in there. Okay. Now, where this x is coming from, this x is this. As you can see, whenever I have this thing highlights. This double y is equals to this int. Okay, we're gonna go into this, why we can do this thing. This automatically casts. Okay. So here, it's int is automatically converted into a double. Okay, into a double. So again, as you can see right there, this is the widening casting. Okay, so here, maybe I'll just put this over here. This is called widening casting, okay? Int, as you can see right here, convert smaller type into a larger type. Int is a smaller size, and double is a larger size. It automatically is done like that. Okay. Now, if I was to print this thing, right, as out, let's say first I want to print out the X. Okay. And then here, let me just print this out first so you guys can see the difference. I have 5, right? Now let's say I do S out. S out, I say Y. Right? We have 5 for this first one, right? This thing was 5. What I'm expecting on this, again, double ends with a 0, right? 0.0. So it should be 5.0. That's what I'm expecting. Now let's see if that actually occurs. See right there, 5.0. So just keep this in mind. This is the widening. Now the other one we have is called, let me just copy this. Why type when you can copy and paste? Then this other one is called narrowing casting. Hopefully you guys are still with me and understand this thing. If you guys don't understand, please comment below, ask question. Yeah. So on this one, on the widening casting, it's just the other way around, right? So just like how I have int x equals 5, double y equals this, whatever the case is. So let's say I just switch out those things, right? I call it double, let's say a equal, I don't know, 5.8, whatever, it doesn't matter. If I put 5, this would still work, but it will still, this would still, if I was to print this out, right? If I was to print this out, let me just show you guys. As out, and then I just say A. If I was to print this out, what do you think this will print out? Let me actually change that number to something else. Let's say a 6. Okay. Those of you who said 6.0, you're correct. So this thing, right, I'm expecting 6.0, even though I don't have any decimal or anything like that, because double automatically does that thing. So let's just say I put 6.9, maybe if I save this, if I was to do this, see it prints out the 6.9. Now, since we're talking about casting, right? So in this case, how we have int x5 and double y equals this int. So what I'm going to do over here, let's say I say right now, I say int b equals a, right? And then I do this. You see, it gives me the error. It gives me the little squiggly line. Why is that? Right? As you can see over here in the widening casting, it automatically, that's the keyword, automatically converts smaller type into a larger type. Int is a smaller type, which is automatically being converted into a larger type. So this, even though this is larger, so it automatically converts it over there. So you can always go up. But in the narrowing, it needs to be done manually. So how do you do it manually? So the only thing it's pretty simple, right? The only thing we have to do over here, right before A, we just put this parenthesis. The only thing we do, we just say int. Done. You see that? Look at that. The red squiggly line is gone now. Now, if I was to take this out, see, that line is back again. So I'm just going to do that. So again, guys, I just did Control-Z to go back and Control-Y to move forward. So again, int A, that int, it just basically casted that this double being converted into an int, which is converting larger size into a smaller size. So now, if I was to do print out, as out, now if I was to do B, what do you think this will print out? Right? So again, let me just change this to 6.9 now. If you guys had said 6, you are correct. So let me just print that out. There you go. It's 6. Because what it's doing right now, like I said, it to a smaller size, right? And it cannot, int can only hold a whole number. It cannot go 6.9. It doesn't even understand what 0.9 is. So in this case, what it's doing, it is printing out whatever the whole number is, which is 6. Okay, that's why it's printing out 6. So yeah, guys, I mean, there are actually, let me give you guys what is widening and what is, yeah, let me go over here. So what it can do over here, it can go from byte, okay, to short, to R, to int, to long, to float, to double. Okay. Now, what is narrowing in that case? Narrowing, again, it needs to be done manually, right? This thing automatically. Hopefully I spelled that correctly. Yeah, automatically. This is manually. So what this is double, float, long, int, R, short, and byte. So if you look at this and this is literally just the complete opposite, right? Hopefully that makes sense. If you understand one, you should, easily understand the other one as well. Hopefully that was helpful, guys. Yeah, don't forget to subscribe. Please do comment below. And if you have any question, do let me know. All right, guys. Have a good one.